Yeah, man. When I offered Ben Affleck for the Great Escape movie, I offered him that fat contract. He'll be shocked, like, holy shit. Ivan's company's independent from Hollywood, and he just offered me like 40, like $6 million in total. I don't even make $46 million on average. Ben Affleck probably makes 12 million on 10 million on average for his movies, man. Ben Affleck. I heard he only made like 10, 12 million for Justice League. You see what I'm saying? How my company easily competes with Hollywood, man. 12 million is how much I'm paying smaller A actors, guys, and the bigger ones all make their 16 plus million dollar salary, and they get their bonuses, their big bonuses. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. My company easily competes with Hollywood, man. I'm paying so because these actors are not getting a piece of my royalties to keep them happy. You got to pay them a lot of money. Pay them a lot of money. But what I'll do is to have them not affect the budget. I'll pay what Ben Affleck, Keanu Reeves, and Scarlett Johansson's bonus after filming is completed. I'll pay through the budget, through the movie budget. That way, it doesn't affect the salary budget, obviously. Because I can't afford to pay them that kind of money with the salary budget. No, through everything through the salary budget. No, I can pay them their bonuses and their signing bonus and their salary through the budget, obviously. But their bonus after filming, I'll pay through the movie budget. Because for the Great Escape movie, I did the math. I'm gonna have like 40 million left over in the budget, and I'll use some of that money to pay them their bonus. So seven is 14, and then 10, that's $24 million. If I have $40 million left over in the budget, $35 million left over, $40 million left over in the budget, that's $24 million on that on the $40 million budget, obviously. And I'm also gonna have to use some of that money for what the world tour. The world tour will probably cost me a good $2.5 million in costs. I have to pay for what? For Ben Affleck, Scarlett Johansson, and Keanu Reeves' hotel stay, their flights flying. They're gonna be flown on my jet. I have to pay for their luxury hotel stay, and I have to pay for their feeding, the buffet feeding, obviously. But I keep saying Paul Bettany and Javier Bardem and John Krasinski, I have to pay for their living costs too. But I told you, chances are John Krasinski and what? And Paul Bettany and Javier Bardem might be, and Paul Bettany might be angry with the kind of money I'm paying those three guys. Oh, Ivan, what the fuck, man? Like, you're paying, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to eventually find out how much I pay them, obviously. They might ask Keanu Reeves, they might ask Keanu Reeves, how much did Ivan pay you? And then Keanu Reeves might tell them, no, say, yeah, I don't know, Ivan offered me $59.5 million. He's like, what the fuck? Ivan paid you $59.5 million. I'm only making my $11.5 million. Yeah, because you're not as big as Keanu Reeves, Paul Bettany. Paul Bettany might be mad. Hey, Ivan, man, like, are you gonna pay me a bonus too, like you pay those actors? I'm like, no, you're not. You're not a bigger A-lister, Paul Bettany. You're an A-list actor, but you're a small A-list actor. You're not a bigger A-list actor. If you think I'm gonna pay you the kind of money I pay those three, you're not as big as those guys. You're not Ben Affleck. You're not Keanu Reeves. You're not Scarlett Johansson. I'm not paying you that kind of. Because you're an A-list actor, I'll pay you your rich 11.5, but that's it. I'm not paying you a big bonus. You're not worth it, man. If John Krasinski gets angry and he wants like a bonus, Ivan, you're gonna pay me like I don't know, Ivan, you're gonna pay me a signing bonus. I don't know, like a $3 million, a $2 million signing bonus. They might try and push for maybe the small acers might try and push for maybe like a $2 million, $3 million signing bonus. Ivan, can you pay me like a nice like $3 million signing bonus? Some of that. I'm like, no, man. I'm like, you're not worth a signing bonus. You're a fucking small ace actor. You don't build as much buzz as the other three. Only the bigger ace actors, guys, get the bonuses. You guys don't get the bonuses. But you get your rich salary because you're an A-list actor. I'm willing to pay you your rich salary. I don't know, John Krasinski's walking away with, I don't know, $6 million in his bank after taxes. That's a fucking rich salary for John Krasinski. It's a lot of money. You do like a thing for $6 million. You know what I'm saying? Paul Bettany's walking away with like $4.5 million in his bank after taxes. It's a nice paycheck. So even though you guys are not as big as, you're not making the kind of money the bigger ones are making, you're still making a rich salary. You're walking away with millions in your bank. You can do a lot of good things with that money. You can buy your nice cars and go on a nice vacation with your family, get your nice clothes, buy your nice suits and get your nice cars. You can buy another house for yourself, another house for yourself. You do good things with those millions. I'm paying you a lot of money. You also get your $2,000 royalty check for the posters. You see what I'm saying? And you get your commercial money. I'm giving you a good deal. Javier Bardem, I'm giving him a good deal. Javier Bardem is going to walk away with, I don't know, $2.3 million in his bank after taxes. That's a nice paycheck for Javier Bardem. It's a lot. You can do a lot of things that kind of money. It's a fat check in the bank. If you don't like my offer, you're more than welcome to what? They'll accept my live. It's a deal. Yeah, it's a deal. I'm giving you a good deal. You guys don't make this now on average. Paul Bettany probably makes like $2 million, or I don't know, for his movies on average around there. John Krasinski probably makes maybe 3, 4, $5 million for his movie on average in Hollywood. That's how much Hollywood pays most small actors on average. And I offered you $13 million. It's a good deal. If you don't have my offer, you're more than welcome to work in Hollywood. You don't have my offer, obviously. But I told you, they might be angry. Like, what the fuck, Ivan? You're paying, you know what I'm saying? You're paying Keanu Reeves, I don't know, his $27 million salary, you know what I'm saying? And it's $30.9 million in bonuses. What the fuck, Ivan? I'm like, yeah, you're not as big as him, and I'm not going to pay you as much money as Keanu Reeves. You're not as big as him, obviously. You offer Scarlett Johansson like $23 million in bonuses and a $23 million salary. Yeah, you're not Scarlett Johansson. You're not as big as her. And so I'm not paying you as much money. You offered Ben Affleck like $22 million in bonuses and like a $22 million salary. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you guys are not as big as those guys. I'm not gonna, if you think I can't afford to pay you guys that kind of money, guys. You're gonna affect my budget. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Though you're not a bigger A-lister, I'm not going to pay you guys your bonuses. Only the bigger ones get the bonuses. The ones who really make the dough, are the middle ones and the bigger ones. The middle ones make their 8 to 14 million bonus. That's nice, obviously. And the big ones make their 15 to 20.9 mil bonus, and they get their 8. They get their 8 to 10 mil bonus, and the middle ones get their 5 to 7 mil bonus after film is completed. Whereas the smaller, bigger A's make the dough, obviously, but they don't make as much as the other guys. If the guy's worth $70, $89 million, or $99 million, he makes a lot of money, but not the kind of money the other guys are making. You see what I'm saying? Huh? He'll make his like $16.5 million, which is still a lot of money. He makes his $16.5, $17 million salary, which is still a lot of money, and he makes his like 4 to 7.9 mil bonus, which is still a nice bonus, but it's not the kind of bonuses I'm paying the other guys. And they get their like 3 to like 5 mil, 4.5, 5 mil bonus, those guys, after film is completed. But the guy's worth $80 million, you can pay him his $17 million salary, you pay him a 5 mil bonus, 6 mil bonus, 5.5 mil bonus before signing bonus. That's a nice bonus, obviously. It's a couple $1,000,000 in his bank. And you pay him his like 4 mil bonus after film is completed. He's still making a lot of money, but not the kind of money the other guys are making. You see what I'm saying? Huh? My point is, the bigger A-list actors are the ones who really make the dough, because they get their rich salary and they also get their bonuses, and they get their royalty checks, the $1.5 million royalty checks, which is nice. $1.5 million is a nice royalty check for the merch, man. As in Hollywood, the actors don't get a dime for that stuff. They don't get a dime for any of that stuff. The actors in Hollywood don't get a dime for any of that stuff. Keanu Reeves made $2 million for John Wick, and I'm paying him $1.5 million for the merch. Yeah, man, it's a lot of money, man. Walking away with like, I don't know, $600K after taxes with your agent. You also have the rates, right? $600, $700K after taxes with the rates and the agent. It's a nice paycheck for the merch. Pay Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, and then all those guys are nice merch royalties. And some of them might get greedy and ask for maybe $10 million. Look, guys, you think I'm stupid? What I'm paying you is good enough. I'm not going to pay you $10 million for the fucking merch. You rip me off. I'm being way too generous. You're not worth that. I'll pay you $1.5 million. That's good enough. I'm not going any harder than that. As in Hollywood, you don't even get a dime for the merch. I'm giving you $1.5 million of the money. It's a nice paycheck. And they'll start with lie. It's a deal. You know what I'm saying? You're paying me more money than what Hollywood paid me. Yeah. Scarlett Johansson made her $20 million for Black Widow last year when the movie got released. She made what? I don't know, $10 million after taxes with her agent. $20 million after taxes is $12 million. Her agent took 10% of that, so that's what? $1.2 million. Yeah, so Scarlett Johansson made what? Like $10.7 million around there for what? After taxes for what? For Black Widow. A lot of money, obviously. Shitload of money, obviously. But Scarlett Johansson's going to be making like $20 million. Double what she made for Black Widow for my movie. Scarlett Johansson's walking away with $19, $20 million in her bank after filming is completed for my Great Escape movie. She made double what she made for Black Widow. That's why my company beats out Hollywood. That's why she'll beg, obviously. Ivan, I'd rather just work for you. VJ and Ivan, I'd rather just work for you guys. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of my life and just get my freedom and just experience that fame with you, then go back to Hollywood and be the side attention. Yeah, and make less money on average. Yeah. Keanu Reeves is gonna beg Ivan, man, can I be in your grace? Can I be in your Their Unique movie, Ivan? I'm like, no, Keanu. You're not good for Their Unique, obviously. Ivan, man, like, I can't stand Hollywood, man. Your company's so much better than Hollywood, man. You know what I'm saying? I had a blast, and saying your technology of your movies blows hell out of the water. I just want to work for you, man. Your company's beats out Hollywood, man. I know what I'm saying? You, sir, you spoil me with luxury buffet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I made a lot of money off the speaking fees for the world tour. Whereas in Hollywood, I don't get shit for speaking. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the actors might get paid for Hollywood in Hollywood. I don't know. But I guarantee you the actors don't get paid for their speakings and all that stuff. And when they go on tours, they don't get paid for that, man. Hollywood covers their costs. Maybe they're feeding and they're living, but that's it. They don't pay them for it. Whereas for my company, for my world tours, I'm going to charge the venues. And the actors are going to make their nights like 150, 200K, man, off speaking fees, man. So not only does Scarlett Johansson and Ben Affleck and all of them get their rich salary and bonuses and their merch, and they also get their speaking earnings for the world tour. They're going to make a lot of money off their speaking earnings. Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, and Keanu Reeves. They're going to make a lot of money off their speaking earnings. Like 150, 200K, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make a lot of money, yeah, man. All the actors for Zans are going to make a lot of money off the speaking fees for the world tour. Because guaranteed I'm going to go on the world tour for Zans, man. Because Zans is a unique story. Eric Tassadell himself. It's a $980 million budget movie, and it's an Ivan movie, an Ivan VJ movie. The world's never seen me in a movie before, hence why I'll have crazy buzz. Hence why I'm going to guarantee get invited on that world tour. But it's behind the scenes, guys. It will not be in the public eye. You're not going to see it on YouTube. Because you chose to keep me and VJ behind the scenes, because if we don't sell, as you reap what you sow. Now when I'm going on our world tour, it's all behind the scenes and you're left out. You don't get to see Ivan do his thing for the world tour. You would have seen Ivan O'Meara do his thing in the world tour on YouTube, but you chose to keep him behind the scenes because you're fucking stupid people, man. Oh my god! And now that the world tour's behind the scenes, you're angry. That's behind the scenes when you're the one who chose to keep me behind the scenes because you see hell. It's your fault. You reap what you're saying in the Bible. You reap what you sow. You get what you deserve. Yeah, man. You reap what you sow. The world tour is now behind the scenes. You're left, and VJ's experienced that fame with me. Obviously, I'm experienced that fame with VJ, and Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are part of that going tour or touring with me if they're chosen. Obviously, chances are they are chosen. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are the lucky ones. They're going touring with me. Obviously, something crazier than even Star Wars Celebration, guys. Jon Favreau know what I'm talking about. Star Wars Celebration, you have crazy fans. Think of crazier fans than that for Zanus. You see what I'm saying? And what? And Peter Jackson, or Mel Gibson, and Guillermo del Toro, and the main actors are going to go touring with me. And they're going to make their nice speaking money, man. Nice, like 150, 200K in speaking money. You know, so Peter Jackson, like, holy shit, your company's better than Hollywood, man. I made like 200K off speaking, yeah. Whereas Hollywood, I don't get squat, yeah. I made like 200K off speaking around the world, yeah. I don't know, we speak at a good 60, 70 places. He made a good like $170,000 for himself. The directors and the actors, yeah, man. That's why my company beats out Hollywood. You see what I'm saying? And that's why my company beats out Hollywood. My company is top notch, man. And VJ knows what I'm talking about. VJ can see the future. I've actually seen VJ. VJ knows how top notch of a SkySource company I'm going to own, man. I'm going to own a top notch SkySource company, man. Unheard of top notch SkySource company. Obviously. Yeah, I made billions for me and VJ, and now with the billions that I made, I can easily fund my own movies. Fund Zanus for $980 million. I can put $100 million of my own money towards building my studio office and my special effects unit building, buy my nice property of land. Go watch the game Gran Turismo. When you see that property of land, you will get an idea of what I'm talking about. You get an idea of what I'm talking about when you watch that game. Gran Turismo. Go watch that game. You'll watch Gran Turismo. You will see what I mean. What I mean when you watch the game. You know what I'm saying? You will see what I mean when you watch the game. You're looking at something like that for my property, man. I'm going to own a top-notch property of land. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to own a top-notch property of land. We're gonna own a top-notch property of land in Vancouver, man. Me and VJ are gonna own a nice property of land, obviously. And I'm gonna fund Zanes for $980. I'm gonna take $980 million of my own money. If I have 14, 12, 11, 10, I don't know, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, $20 in my bank, I can easily afford to put $980 million of my money towards Zanus. Fund it myself. And what? And for the Grayscape movie, I don't know, me and VJ made our $4.5 billion off Zanus for the merchant movies. And box office, obviously. Me and VJ can take 670 of our own money and we can fund the Great Escape movie with our own money. Yeah, we're the fucking bank man. Fund the Great Escape for $670 million from the profit that we made off Zanus. Okay, VJ, we made a good $3.4 billion in profit around there for Zanus. Let's take $670 million from that profit, obviously, and we fund the Great Escape movie for $670 million. That's why my company will beat out Hollywood. Yeah, man, as James Bond was only made for like $150, $200 million. And you got a movie like that. I'm making The Great Escape for $670 million, guys. And I'm putting $250 million towards special effects for that movie. That's more than how much money the James Bond movie was made for as a whole, man. James Bond was made for, I think, No Time to Die, I heard was made for a lot of money. I heard they overspent. I heard it was made for like $300+ million, No Time to Die. It was expensive, obviously. But the other James Bond movies are only made for like $100 million, $150 million. You got a movie like that. I'm making the Great Escape movie for $670 million. $660 is enough. I'll put it in more, $670. That way I have more room to pay them the big stars their bonuses after filming. I'll put $670 million towards the Great Escape movie. That's enough. I'll put $310 towards salaries, just in case, obviously, and I'll put $360 towards the movie. And $250 million towards special effects for that movie. For the Great Escape. That's more than enough. And I'll put... Yeah. And the set building will only cost me maybe $20 million for the Great Escape movie. Leasing the streets will cost a lot of money. That might cost me $60-70 million bucks for... To lease like, I don't know, 5 streets in Italy for 4 months will cost like $60 million bucks, $60-70 million bucks. It's expensive, man. It's very, very expensive. It's like a million, I don't know, like 500, 400 grand a day. It's expensive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously. Building the sets will cost maybe 10, 20 million for the Great Escape. The extras might cost maybe 50 million. Yeah, I'm doing the math. I'm gonna have like 40 million left over in the budget, man. For my movie. Like 40 million left over in the budget. Yeah, hence why I'll have enough money to pay Keanu Reeves and all of their bonuses. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of the money I'll use towards the world tour. I have to save some of the money to fly in all the actors and crewmen and directors for the red carpet event at the hotel in Italy, Luxor Hotel in Italy, and the 2-day crazy party at the hotel in Italy. And if there's leftover money, I'll put the rest towards special effects. So if there's like, I don't know, $6 million bucks, okay, put this. Here's an extra $6 million bucks. Pour this towards special effects for the car chases, the world building, the action sequences. There was something unheard of for the Great Escape movie. Something unheard of movie, man. Yeah, man. Anyways, enough about me talking about the Great Escape. I promise, I'm going to talk about what? About the usual topic, Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson and my Zane's movie. I'm going to keep saying this, world, you better enjoy this series while you still can. As once I am king, I'm taking off the throne of VG, and I'm going to start Skyscraper. I'm going to make that Zane's movie, and you're going to be left behind. You're not going to be safe. I'm going to keep saying that. Tim Zanger? You're not going to be saved. I'm going to keep on saying that. You better enjoy this series while you can, obviously. Yeah. So I have Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson compete for the job. Obviously, I have Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson compete for the job. Whoever comes up with a better answer, that's the director I'll be hiring. I'll pay Peter Jackson's $85 million, which is like $106 million in New Zealand money. $107 million in New Zealand money. That's a good paycheck. I'm paying him his nice $100 million. The it's a good deal for Peter Jackson. He's walking away with like a 55 plus million check in his bank. 58, 57, 60 million check in his bank. Peter Jackson's walking away with after the 4 years of saying it's a nice paycheck for Peter Jackson. It's a lot of money for him. And Mel Gibson, I'll pay him is 56 million. Obviously. So Peter Jackson, I'll pay him a 10 mil signing bonus for what? For pre-production. That's a good paycheck for him. And I'll pay him his what? His $65 million salary at start of production. That's a good paycheck for Peter. He's making like $3 million every 2 weeks. Around there. $3.5 million every 2 weeks. And I'll pay him his 10 mil bonus after filming is completed. And I'll take him on a 2-week vacation with his family, his immediate family, the 17 with their family, and the assistant director and his family, obviously. And he also gets his $2,000 gift card, and he gets his $3,500 gas card. And the perks. That's nice, obviously. And Mel Gibson gets the same perks. Pay him his 10 mil signing bonus, $40 million salary at start production. You pay him his 6 mil bonus after filming is complete, and you take him and his family on a 2-week vacation. Only his immediate family, obviously. And he also gets his $2,000 gift card, and he gets his $300 gas card, and he gets the perks. Staying at a luxury hotel, the limo driver, the buffet. He gets nice perks. The parties at my yacht, my condo. The once-on parties the third year with the crewman. He gets nice perks. The luxury buffet the third year. So Peter Jackson not only gets his buffet the first year, and the first year, the second year when he stays in Vancouver for a good like month, he has that buffet, that table. But the more interesting one is the one when in Switzerland. He gets a nice buffet in Switzerland the third year and fourth year. Obviously, the chefs are gonna make good food. I told you the kind of food the chefs are gonna make, man. The crewmen are gonna be eating. They're gonna be eating a lot of nice food, man. A lot of nice, good luxury food. The crewmen are gonna be eating. Pizza, hamburger sliders, awesome. Yeah, but because I'm serving them junk food, you need to have balance. That's why you have to have a huge salad bar. So those people, the people who don't eat as much junk food, they can eat the salad. You have carrots. You have lettuce. You have vegetarian salad, Caesar salad. You have coleslaw. You have potato salad. You have macaroni salad. You have carrots. You have peas. You have corn. You have cucumbers. You have sushi. You have a huge option of a salad bar. Obviously, you have peppers. You have peppers, obviously. You have that way the people who don't eat what? You can have broccoli. Obviously, you have broccoli. You have a bunch of veggies, obviously. That way the people when they eat the food they can balance it. Okay, you can have one big plate of veggies and you can mix it with your rice, your teriyaki. That way the crewmen can balance their diet, obviously. The actors can balance their diet. Okay, guys, you can eat the junk food, obviously, but make sure you eat a lot of veggies and salad. To give you protein, obviously, because veggies give you vitamins. Because veggies give you the vitamins, and meat gives you the energy. It's protein, obviously. Protein gives you energy. What? The actors need to eat the meat, obviously. They need energy when they film, obviously, but they need the vegetables to give them vitamins for their body, obviously. Because veggies gives your body vitamins. Protein gives you energy. Protein gives you energy. Gives your body energy. Veggies give your body the vitamins. You need both. That's why it's good to mix it with both. Okay, guys, I recommend you have I recommend the actors you have one big plate of veggies. Eat that plate, and you can everything else you can eat the junk food. You can have your burgers and your poutine and your wings. You can have your fried rice with your pork teriyaki meats, chicken teriyaki meats, beef teriyaki meats, some potato salad, corn, and like carrots and cucumbers and peas. Obviously, and like some ribs. Mix it up. The way you balance your diet, obviously. Yep. So going back to Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson, those two directors will be competing for the directing job for my Last of Us movie project. I'll have them be the executive producers. The directors and the co-writers of my last overseas movie projects. I get Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson already know who's chosen. They can see the future. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they know. You guys know. You can see the future. I have the keys. Who you're gonna choose, Ivan? I don't know. Mel Gibson and Peter Jackson already know who I'm gonna choose. I have the keys. They can see the future. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They already know who I'm gonna choose, obviously. But something tells me I might choose, I don't know, perhaps Peter Jackson maybe, or perhaps Mel Gibson. We'll see what happens. Obviously. But I'm gonna keep saying this. Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson are gonna be shocked by my budget. They're gonna ask me, Ivan, how much money are you making Zanes for, by the way? How much money are you giving me? I don't know. Peter Jackson asks me, Ivan, how much money are you giving me for my movie? I don't know, Peter, how does $980 million sound for the movie project? He's like, what? Yeah, $980 million. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, how's it divided? Oh, I don't know, Peter, I'm putting $10 million towards the doc. He's like, you're putting $10 million towards the doc, Ivan? I'm like, yeah, Ivan, this is like the most expensive documentary ever made. Yeah, no documentary has been made for $10 million. The highest budget documentary was probably maybe $1.5 million, $2 million bucks. And for $1 million, you can make a really, really good documentary. Like nice independent cameras you can have for $1 million documentary. I'm making my documentary for $10 million bucks. And I'm gonna rent independent movie cameras. I don't know, nice like $30,000-$40,000 independent movie cameras. You know the cameras used to film the independent movies? I'm gonna rent those cameras to film my documentary. And you're looking at what? You're looking at unheard of cameras for my documentary. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at unheard of cameras for my documentary for what? You're looking at unheard of cameras for my documentary. For what? For what? For Zanus. You're looking at unheard of cameras for my documentary. For Zanus, yeah, man. Peter Jackson's like, holy shit, you're looking at like an independent movie, yeah. You're looking at like an independent movie for my documentary. Something crazy. We not only have what? We not only have Ivan, how much money are you putting towards, how much money are you giving me for salaries, Ivan? I don't know, Peter, how does $410 million sound? He's like, holy shit, Ivan, say that again? I'm like, yeah, I know, $410 million. How does that sound, Peter? He's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's a lot of money. Mel Gibson asked me, Ivan, how much money are you giving me for salaries? I don't know, Mel Gibson, how does $410 million sound? He's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's a lot of money. Yeah. Ivan, you can pay the actors their rich millions. You can pay the crewmen their nice 100. Yeah, I want to pay the crewmen all their $150,000 salary. He's like, what? Say that again, Ivan. $150,000 salary. He's like, holy shit, Ivan. Like, this is more money than how much the minor actors made for Lord of the Rings. As the actor for Eowyn, Aemir, and like King Theoden, they probably only made like $80K, $100K for Lord of the Rings. And I'm paying the crewmen $150K. I'm paying them more than how much those minor actors made, man. That's why the crewmen are going to work. Now, Ivan, you don't have to worry about the crewmen slacking off. They're going to work hard for you. Yeah. Pay the crewmen more money, $150,000. They're going to work harder for you. They're going to work really, really hard. Like hard, you're going to see them working really, really hard. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting a nice check. They're getting a nice, I don't know, $2,300 check. You know what I'm saying? $2,300 check every 2 weeks. They're going to work hard for you. They're not going to slack off. You know what I'm saying? They're going to work hard for you. They're going to work hard for you. You're getting a nice, I don't know, $2,000 check every 2 weeks. Yeah, the crewmen are getting a nice, like, $2,000, $2,100 check, $2,200 check every 2 weeks. If you pay them $100,000, the third year they're making like $2,200 every for the 12 months. You're making like $2,200 every 2 weeks after taxes, because you also have the rates, right? And most of the Lord of the Rings crewmen probably live in America or New Zealand. If they live in New Zealand, they'll make more money. If the crewmen who work on Lord of the Rings, if a lot of them live in New Zealand, they'll make even more money. They'll make like $180,000. They'll make even more money. If they do, they'll get like their $2,500, $2,600 check every 2 weeks. But chances are most of the Lord of the Rings crewmen live in America, I believe. Because most Hollywood crewmen live in America. But some of the crewmen who live in New Zealand will make more. The ones who live in New Zealand will make more money, obviously, because New Zealand money is not worth as much as Canadian money. My point is, they're getting a nice check every 2 weeks, a nice $2,200 check plus every 2 weeks. The crewmen, nice paychecks, they can feed their families and do good things with that money, buy their nice used cars, and they're going to work hard for you. And you feed them with a luxurious buffet, hamburger sliders, nice pizza, poutine, ribs, wings, and like fried rice, a couple options of fried rice, teriyaki meats, 8 options of teriyaki meats, nice chicken balls, nice salad bar. I can drink vending machine of Coke, Sprite, you know what I'm saying, Fruitopia, Orange Crush, Mountain Dew, and like orange juice and water and like milkshake. They're gonna work hard for you. They're not gonna slack off. The crewmen will work hard for you. You see what I'm saying, huh? They're not going to slack off. The crewmen will work hard for you. They're not going to slack off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. The supervisor for weather workshop, I can pay him his nice $70,000. That way he works hard for you. As in Hollywood, he probably only made like, I don't know, maybe $80K or $75K for the movie. For my movie, I'm paying him his nice $270,000. That way he works hard for you. Pay the supervisor of weather workshop a nice $270,000. That way he works hard for you. And he doesn't slack off. And all the assistants, you pay them their $150,000, and the supervisors, you pay them their $200K on average. But some of them you can pay $220,000, $230,000. But you gotta be careful. But do not pay all the guys like $220,000, $220,000. No, it's gonna affect your budget. Pay most of the supervisors their $200K, which is good enough. But some of them you can pay their $230,000, $250K. Like for example, me and VJ's personal costume designers and makeup artists, we can pay those guys their $250,000. Pay them more money because they're our personal hair and makeup designers and clothing designers, costume designers. You pay those guys $250,000, whereas all the other assistants who are the makeup artists for the actors and hair designers for the actors, pay those guys their $150,000 salary, which is nice. That way they work hard for you. If you pay them more money, you're gonna get better makeup stylists for the actors, better the hair designers, makeup artists, and clothing designers are going to work harder for you. I'm saying they're going to design nice clothes for the actors. The makeup artists are going to work hard when they put makeup on the actors. You know what I'm saying? The hair designers are going to work very, very hard when they design the actors' hairs. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why Peter Jackson's like, holy shit, Ivan, 410's crazy. This is more than how much money the whole Lord of the Rings movie was made for as a whole. Yeah. Lord of the Rings was only made for $280 million for the 3 movies. And I'm putting 410 towards salaries. More money than the whole trilogy budget combined. That's why my company blows hot out of the water. That's what I have here.